Alright, we should be live. So, g'day there, ladies and ledians. Welcome back to our Mystery Dungeon Let's Play. Let's see, last time we met up with the great Dusk Noir, who managed to help us with Meryl and Azrael getting the water float. Who knows what it was? Anyway, so now we're preparing to go to the desert for getting Gala. So we can't really accept jobs. We need to focus on preparing ourselves. So let's see, have we got any gummies from that last set of missions? No, that's not it. There we go. That filters. Okay, it doesn't look it. Alright. Should be good, but we will want to take out a few items. Take an apple or two. Maybe an Iron Bay. Sandstorm's gonna be kind of annoying, so getting an Iron Bay or two isn't that bad. And then honestly, that's all we kind of need, and then we can kind of go from there. And we have no money. At least we got money in the bank. So we should be good to go. Alright, let's see how we go. Actually, do I want to link up any more moves? I feel like it's fine. Gonna need new moves for you. But it's fine for now. Okay, cool. We can just go. We don't have to talk to him again. Alright. Here we go. I do like this music. It's pretty calm and chill. Well, found that one item. Right. There we go. Turn off automatic mode. Whew. That kind of scary. Not interested in that, even though we're okay with our IQ skill about food. But yeah, I like this music, it's pretty chill. Ooh, I'll take that. Well, in situations like this, we can go automatic, but I'm trusting in Zoe to make her way back to us. Get out of here. Excellent. Here's the dreaded sandstorm. One item on this floor and it's looking pretty small, or pretty large. So, I'm not gonna focus on trying to find the item. There's the stairs. So, the mist must be like Sandvale. There we go. Took a moment. Making good progress though. Okay. Great. Pin missile is nutty. Right. Now, sandstorm will eventually destroy us, so we do need to act quickly. And since it's not caused by a Pokemon, it's not going to disappear, so... Actually, it might be that Sandstorm and Hail you can just survive, but it's poison where you can't really survive it. Getting a lot of money though. Making good progress. That's fine, we still got our compound eyes, so one standard tank isn't going to do too much. Okay, just going to do that. Oh, I thought it was just before the stairs, you know? I mean, I think Silver Fawn is probably one of the better items, right? Silver Spike. So I guess we'll test it out later if we need to. There we go. So I'm wondering the quality of life, if we need to do that dungeon again to get here, or if we can just get here later on, you know? Hello, Butternuts! I've never played past the intro to one of these games. That is such a shame because Explorers of Sky is like possibly one of the best Pokemon games overall. And at least for me, it's my favourite game of all time, I believe. And so it is a shame that you haven't been able to fully experience this, but it's a really good game. Even if you're not too much into the gameplay aspect of it, the story is great. Like, better than the other Pokemon games, I think. But how are you going? You mentioned that you're painting while working. You were saying that your boss will get angry if you don't paint your house, otherwise you'll sleep on the couch. So I'm guessing that your boss is your, like, wife or something? Nonetheless, I'm all about gameplay and skip through most stories. Even so, I think the gameplay aspect of this is really good as well. So hopefully it is something you enjoy, but yeah, by boss I mean girlfriend. Yeah, I figured. It was either like wife or girlfriend, you know. Or, you know, boyfriend, husband, I don't really judge. But I do recommend going through the story at least once. Because it's actually well written, and, you know, by the end of it, you're probably gonna end up tearing up, you know. And so, if you, I guess, don't want to spoil yourself on the story, you can just kind of ignore what's happening on screen and just focus on the voice. You know, listen to it in the background or something. But I'm kind of skipping through because I've already experienced this many times. And I'm just here for the gameplay, you know? But I am interested in seeing what's new with it. Because this is a quality of life romhack. And so there's going to be like maybe a few little things. But you and I are teaming up. Which should be exciting. Save and continue. Also, I haven't gotten a chance to really tell you this or anything, but I am the leader of the Small PokeTuber Club, which is a place for Pokemon content creators under 10k subs and our viewers to kind of hang out all together. You know, collabs, events, just chatting, you know, self-promotion even. It's a good way to make new friends while you're still growing on YouTube. I mean, I don't know how big you are, but, you know, if you're under 10k, you got to join. So I'm really hoping that we can have some quality of life and just go straight back there rather than going back through the dungeon. Because normally you have to go back through the dungeon to get to that point again, then you can progress further in. You're a Twitch streamer, didn't do a lot on YouTube, but I only have like 367 followers on Twitch or something like that. Yeah, that's fine. You know, like subs, followers, people of interest, whatever they're called. It's all good. So yeah, if you'd like to join, you can. You know, it's a good place to meet new people, you know, while we're growing. Because nobody wants to have like 0 views and like 0 subs or followers for like a couple of years, right? So it's like you may as well jumpstart the journey. If nothing else, you can make a friend or two, you know? And so if you're interested in joining, on my channel, there should be a video titled Attention Small PokeTubers. It has more information about the kind of idea of the community, and it's also got a Discord link. If you join now, I'll greet you later on, right, once I'm done with this. But yeah, hopefully it's something that you're interested in. We don't really have anything of note around here. Yeah, I think we're good to go, aren't we? We do have a heavy box. One sec. But yeah, we're teaming up for, was it the Cage Rock? So that should be fun. In terms of experience, you were kind of saying that you're more of a casual guy. So hopefully we can work together and kind of figure it out. I'm a bit, you know, I'm probably going to need to double check the rules and stuff because I am a bit confused about some things, but I'm sure we'll get there. And I think the kind of idea is that we stream at the same time sometime. That way, we can like communicate, because I think part of it is like Nuzlocke rules, right? Or like Soul Link. So a Pokemon that I've got dies, your one dies as well. So if we stream together, that should make it go a lot easier. Okay, cool. We can just go straight in. Yeah, we're shooting together, and if one of my Pokemon faints, yours also has to be discarded after the fight. And yeah. Yeah, it sounds rough, but we do get to, I think, combine our teams if we wanted to for the actual matches. Right, like we can pull our Pokemon together for the actual match. Or is it like one of us has to represent? I'm sure we'll figure it out, and you know, we'll have more information. It's gonna be a bit odd for sure, but it'll be fun. Exactly. I'm not too familiar with like how to do like wireless battles on emulator, you know. But it'll be interesting, and I'm not too experienced. I'm not experienced at all with the like PK hacks or whatever for editing the Pokemon if we need to. But I'm sure I can figure it out on YouTube, you know. We'll figure it out. I should also warn you though, that I have not played Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I played Base Sun and Moon, but I haven't played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so I'm not 100% familiar with like everything that we're doing in terms of the story. I'm sure they're going to explain everything once it starts. I also don't know how the ending thing works. Kind of odd they're aligned at with all these other rules. Oh, editing. Sorry. Yeah, so I think you've never played either Base or Ultra. Well, I'm sure it will be interesting then. Yeah, so I think with the editing aspect of it, it's like if we win a match we get like rewards like change nature or increase IVs or maybe like learn an E-move or something. And then that's where the editing comes into it, I think. But it is going to be interesting because it's like we'll have to gamble our Pokemon, like we'll have to risk them dying in order to get a reward. So if we wanted to kind of forfeit, we could, you know, use weak Pokemon, right? If we think we're not going to win and we just want to cut our losses. But if we think we're going to win, then we may as well use our strongest Pokemon and then get a reward from it, which could help out. So it is a bit of an interesting risk reward. It really depends on how our Pokemon go, you know? Like if we're getting like a bunch of Magikarp and Phoebus, you know, maybe it's best to sacrifice a few of them. But if we got something like a Lugia, then hey, I think it's good to go all out, you know? Speaking of Legendary, I think we can also have one Legendary on the team, at least for the match. So we can't be too greedy with the Legendaries. But hey, I reckon it'll be fun, you know, we're the underdogs. And so everyone will be either betting against us because it'll be an easy thing, or they'll be betting with us because everybody loves an underdog story. Like, can you imagine if you win? You're like dark. Yeah. Like, can you imagine if we win, right? And we have like no experience with it, and you have no experience with Sun, like Gen 7, Sun or Moon, and I have no experience with Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. If we win it, man, that'd be epic. Five items in this floor. I fully believe if we win, they give it to us. Yep. And they gave it to us. Yeah. You know, imagine our popularity amongst them if we manage to win. It's gonna be so good. Should probably do a playthrough so I at least know where I'm supposed to go. I mean, I think those games have like, kind of like a waypoint marker thing, always active, so it will tell you where to go. And then we can use the, whatever the terminology was, the checkpoints or stations or whatever. You know, I think they were mostly the totem battles, which are pretty telling about when they're going to be. So hopefully we can kind of prepare around that. Also, I don't know when it's going to start up, but it looks like things are going to get set in motion now. So I don't know if we'll have enough time for a practice run or anything like that. But what I should tell you is that the totem battles are going to be interesting because assuming that they're random Pokemon, right? They're still going to be a totem battle, which means that they're going to get a random buff or two, you know, and be calling in allies, you know, making it a double battle. So, for example, like, I think normally it's like a Alolan Raticate, right? I think it gets like, you know, an increase in attack, and it'll start calling Alolan Rattata. So, depending on the Pokemon, it could get very nutty, out of hand. You know, and I think the big final boss, Ultra Necrozma, gets like +1 or +2 into every stat. And so if, I mean, hopefully whatever replaces it isn't as strong as Ultra Necrozma. But depending on the matchup, getting +2 to every stat, that could be nutty. Let's hope that's a matchup though. And at least in terms of like Pokemon battles, how experienced are you? Like, do you know things like EVs, IVs, Do you know much about base stats? You know, some combination of moves and items? Like, how much do you kind of know about that stuff? Get out of here, Sandslash. I know what they are. I've never paid enough attention to train them up based on those things. Yeah. I don't know if, depending on the rules, we might be able to EV train. Which is going to make it tedious, but will increase our chance of survival. But it might be something that we are allowed to edit later with the editing tool. Like, I don't know if they're allowing us to have just like max EVs into whatever, just to make it simple. But if not, then we can figure out how to grind. They said we can edit them in the rules though, didn't they? Probably. I'll have to double check it. So it's likely that we don't need to worry about EV grinding, which is good. But yeah, I think IVs, we'll be able to change that if we get a win, you know, like we'll be able to get a tuner move or like increase IV, maybe a change in ability or something. But that's if we win. We'll figure it out, just might not end well for us. Yeah, I mean at least it'll be entertaining, you know, that's the main thing. So in terms of streaming time, because like we're gonna do it together and we're at different time zones, right? This kind of time is better for me, like my morning, your like night or afternoon. Because otherwise it's like, say my 10 PM I think is like your 6 AM, which is rough for both of us, you know? So if we go, say, my 10 AM and your 6 PM, is it? Just adding 12 to both times, you know? 6:30, yeah, okay. Gotcha, yeah, so if we do something like my 9 AM, your 5 PM, usually start streaming at 8 PM when you get off work, so if it's 6:30 now, okay, so that'll be my midday, like 12 PM for me, 8 PM for you. That sounds alright. Gives me plenty of time to wake up. Despite being a ledian, right, I don't really have the early bird ability. So I think we'll have to figure out what day works best for both of us. I have weekends off. Yeah, I have, well, I can't really do Sunday. And then a lot of my time during the weekday is pretty flexible. Like I can do the stream kind of whenever, you know. I have got another soul link. Great. Alright, switching to manual mode. This is gonna be rough. Burn. Oh, there we go. Get them all out of here. I do have a soul link on my Tuesday mornings. I can't really flexible with that. Yeah, so that'll make it easier for now, but the enemies are still going to be on the floor. But I could do Mondays, I could do Wednesdays pretty well, and then Thursday, Friday is also kind of whenever. So I could do most days. This is a dead end, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna be battling these guys one at a time. This is gonna be rough. Fury swipes. That's scary. Okay, we're getting there. So I'm just kind of focusing, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Most days throughout the week should be fine. I can also do Saturdays if needed. Good thing I got the compound eyes. Oh, finally, plays with a good move. Shadow Claw, yes, I'll take that over Torment. Sounds good. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, at least for now, I just gotta focus on getting it all sorted out, you know? The emulator, the ROM, the other software. Also, real quick, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? I'm like mid-20s. And I'm guessing, I mean, you have a girlfriend, not a wife, so you could be at really any age. How are you? 30. Fair enough. Should be good then. Like, it's not the worst thing if, like, you know, we're, say, under 18. You know, because it's just teaming up for Pokemon. But it is good that we're, I guess, both adults. But yeah, if you're... Okay, cool. Be right back. All good. If you're still in Arcanine, no, get out of here. Jeez, this is a funky way out. Okay, 2 items on this floor. Did anyone end up watching the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase? I watched it, I guess technically early this morning, but it was like 1 AM for me. It was alright. You know, nothing too major that was interesting, but there was like a few games that I'm kind of interested in. There's that HD 2D game, that's all about going through the different time zones or whatever. That seems pretty cool, you know. I'll have to see more about the gameplay of it. Actually, an orb could be useful in case another monster house. Decoy orb. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm interested in that. Mostly because I like the art style, and if it's, you know, got a cool combat system or plot, I'm here for it. Don't think there's really anything else that really caught my eye. Okay. We're doing okay. Okay, so I knock out the hippo. Oh, that's a cool quality of life. I'm just noticing that the sandstorm damage isn't as long, like it goes by very quick. Because normally it's like, and it's got the whole knockback animation and everything. But this time it's more quick about it. See, instead of like recoiling from damage, it just kind of pops up with a text message. So that's really helpful. Not as annoying, you know? Because it really disturbs the kind of gameplay when you're constantly having to, you know, flinch from it, essentially. Well, not really flinch, but the damage and the animation is kind of annoying. Alright. Here we go. Also, does anyone like my art piece that I've been like working on at the top left? Every week I've been adding more to it, and so I got the black background this time and the green points. I hope that's looking good to everyone. Now it's a bit warm here, so I'm just going to turn on the fan. Yeah, so I think Mesprit doesn't really have these facial animations in the original game, so this is really cool. Just like anyone that's part of the main story whatsoever, getting different emotions is so good. Alright, switching to manual mode. Go for Thunder Wave. And we'll try the Shadow Claw. Go for Fury Cutter because that's super effective. Neat. Excellent. I mean, it's never really been a hard battle, you know, but here it is. Gala. Oh, it's hey, okay. I was wondering if they'd change it to a she or something. Well, we almost got frozen in time, so bit scary. But that explains why the Time Thief has to be like a very fast Pokemon. Otherwise they just get stuck in time, you know? That was weird. Magnezone wasn't even there. The spirit trio, huh? I usually call them like the Pixie trio or the Humanity trio, but the spirit trio I think sounds pretty good. I do like this part of the story in terms of using logic to figure out what to do. Like, it all makes sense here. Everything that's about to happen. See if you can follow along. So, the dimensional scream can tell us something about a place or person in the past or future. Here we go. So yeah, this is the part where it gets interesting, because like, that vision that we just saw could be in the past or future, but there is another clue that happened that we can use. And so, because we didn't hear Azelf being mentioned at all, it is safe to assume that our vision is of the future rather than of the past. Otherwise, Mesprit would have said something about Azelf or the other Time Gear. You know? Which is a very cool, logical line of thought. And so I'm actually surprised it's in a Pokemon game of all things, you know? It's a very, like, not really like puzzle, it's just more like a logical line of thought. And so if you were paying enough attention while playing the game like for your first time, you could probably piece it together before Dustin explains it. But I imagine most of us, myself included, didn't. You know, like we had to kind of follow along. But I do like that when it's very obvious in hindsight. Like, it's not like a twist, right? You could like predict it if you really sat down and thought about it. That's when like a plot reveal is really good. And I just like the idea that they're all kind of thinking this in their mind. And so Chatterlot's just like, we need to do something right now. Oh, really tough. I mean a few words, but of all the charm. That's all you need for a motivational speech. Yum-ta! I actually don't know why Wiwitalk goes Yum-ta. It's very weird. Right, don't need Hype Beam, don't need a carry card. And I wish we got like interest on our money though. That would be great. Alright, I'll take one gummy, please. Alright, that's it for gummies, unfortunately. Alright, ready to go in Crystal Cave. The music in this game is so goated. Alright, we're still in manual mode. Survivor. Money's not that important. Okay. Like, honestly, if you've never heard the OST of this game, definitely go check it out. There's some bangers in there. Okay. I see, some of my favorites are Mount Horn, Temple Tower, the Northern Desert one is pretty good. Hey, Moonlit Boulevard. Hello, stopping by to say hi. Welcome. Welcome to Mystery Dungeon. I know you're maybe not the most familiar with it, but I hope you're able to follow along. This is a ROM hack, so we are playing with, you know, non-Gen 4 Pokemon, obviously. It's more of a quality of life ROM hack though, it's not too much on difficulty or anything like that. It just makes it technically easier by having better quality of life. But how you doing? So I couldn't stay too long on your stream before. But have you had a good stream? Were you able to defeat Candace, or did you have more issues? Ooh, there goes instead. But, yeah, so I got a video called Attention to Small PokeTubers, which has more info about the Small PokeTuber Club, if you're interested. And, it does have a Discord link. If it doesn't work, it might be... like, I think it might be if you're using a mobile phone or something. It might not work. I don't know why, but Discord's kind of weird sometimes. And so if you are having issues, we can... sort that out later, you know? 11 time was the charm, got there eventually. Very nice. You know, as long as you don't give up, then you are going to be a winner. You only really lose if you quit. Oh, Sucker Punch. But our moves are so good, like, having an electric move, great. Fury Cutter, excellent. Giga Drain, awesome. Thunder Wave, phenomenal. So I don't think we can really take Sucker Punch. It sucks because we have too many good moves. Like Compound Eyes and Thunder Wave means we can paralyze anyone, which is busted in this game. But yeah, I'm the leader of the Small PokeTuber Club, and I started it because, well, I wanted to make some friends along the way, and, you know, I was tired of having like 10 subs for a bit and just not really growing. I gotta run some errands, but I wanted to say hi at least, and we'll just check out the Discord. Sounds good. You know, I'm glad I was able to catch you live, and that you were able to catch me live. You know, that's all that really matters. So, yeah, have fun with your errands. By the way, I'm Australian, so it is currently almost 11 AM for me. But, I don't know what time you're in, probably American time. So hopefully it's not too late for you. And you're able to do your errands and check out the Discord whenever. Have a nice stream, thank you very much. Hope you have a good day or a good night. $7 PM for you? Fair enough. Yeah, it's pretty cool with the time zones. You get to meet people from all over the world. But yeah, hope you have a good day. Or good night, rather. I mean, Chronos is cool, but I'm not really interested. Even though Fury Cutter is not very effective, hitting twice is usually pretty good in this game. Oh, I didn't really get to explain the karaoke. Sorry about that. If you're still listening, I'll explain it in the Discord. Or if you're in the Discord, you can check out the events tab. Ah, great, another monster house. This is bad. Okay, first hit orb is good. Summer orb, excellent. Transfer orb, could be good. Decoy orb, maybe. There's a lot of options that we can do here. But I think first of all, we're going to switch to manual mode. We're going to get rid of this golem. We're gonna... I could have just pushed Zoe back, I guess. But we'll do it this way. Zoe, you get back. Earthquake! That's scary. I mean, it's working well for the monster house, but... Okay. Yeah, I gotta back up. I'm thinking, in case another earthquake or whatever, I'm going to toss an orange berry. Excellent. Now I can focus more on the battle aspect of it. Battle them one at a time, you know? We don't have any Reviver Seed, but Shieldon's not going to be too good against the monster house. Oh, we got some shiny retain. There aren't really shiny Pokemon normally in the game, so they're just kind of static encounters. Like, they're not actual shinies, you know, they're guaranteed shinies. Good way to get some experience at least. We're doing good. Alright, that's that completed. It was a bit stressful, but we got there. It just drained a fair amount of our power points, you know? Now we're back to our scheduled chill music for your lovely ears to listen to. I don't know. It sounded cool in my head. It sounded creepy when I said it out loud. Orbs are useful. Luminous Orb, not the worst. Oh, nice. Yeah, and using up all those moves really drained our belly a bit, but we got apples, so we're fine. And we made it to the halfway point, which will reset our hunger and HP and PV and all that, you know? I mean, this one isn't really a hard puzzle. It just can be a bit annoying because like some of the crystal colors are very similar, and so it's a question of like, what is the correct color? You know, like we got that one, right? But then there's I think another very like blue color. So, I don't know the actual answer to this question, but is the voice that we're hearing and we're not very sure of, is it supposed to be like regular, like Groval, right? Or is it the human voice that we were before? I don't actually know the answer to that. It might be our previous human voice. Yes, I think it's supposed to be that one. There we go. Yeah, so I think because we don't recognize the voice, like, ever, it's probably our voice when we're a human. So that means that we sound different as a Pokemon than we do as a human. Which is interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna go get myself a drink and I'm good to continue. So, one sec. Alright, I'm back. So, into the Crystal Crossing we go. But yeah, a lot of the music in this game is very good. There's the Mount Horn, Temporal Tower. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Aegis Cave is also another banger. I mean, it's hard to remember all the dungeon music, but overall it is very good. Oh, a Bagon. No. Okay. All you had to do was let them sleep. Right. Okay, guess we go this way. Gotta be careful of the ones that can attack from afar. things like Aqua Jet, Earthquake, Discharge, even something like Bubble. You know, they can be very scary. Because, you know, usually the tactic is to let them come to you, like if needed. So if they're one space away, you can just kind of do nothing. Oh. Taunt. We don't need taunt. Yeah, if they're one space away, you can usually just do nothing and then they'll close the distance. But if they got a long range move, then they don't have to close the distance, you know? They can attack you from where they are. Which puts you back to square one. And so you could either go forward, in which case you risk getting attacked. Or you could do the same thing of doing nothing, where you also risk getting attacked. So they are pretty annoying. Energy Ball. Should we teach Energy Ball to Zoe? That could be good. Ah, can't learn it. That's really unfortunate. We could teach it to myself for some long range attack. I don't know, are we feeling like Energy Ball or Giga Drain? Just gonna switch to manual mode so that Zoe doesn't get confused by accident. There we go. Good thing there wasn't any enemies in the area. Confusion is like possibly like one of the worst conditions because you can easily hit your allies with it. And it also like lasts a fair amount of time. So, oh, some. So it's a really annoying status condition to get. Hey, Snowy! I bet you're a bit sad that we just defeated the Snom. But how's it going? Oh, trap failed to work. I'll take that. Oh yeah, that's the one that caused us to lose a held item. Absolute pressure, get out of here. Going good. I'm walking the treadmill at the moment. So what did we just get? Attract. Useless. Fair enough. I guess you can walk while I talk. Oh, shiny clearly. As I was saying, it's not really shiny, it's just more of like a set shiny thing. Similar to how my partners are shiny. It's just because like, that's what it is really, it's not really shiny. There seems to be some sort of explosive hack. Exactly. So it's a quality of life ROM hack of Explorers Sky. There's a lot of changes, as you can probably see. So there's more Pokemon between Gen 5 through 9. So you could, like, for example, you could play as a Tinkertink, or at least have a Tinkertink as a partner. You know? But not every Pokemon is included. It's just a couple of families from each generation. Mostly just for starters though. With a few here and there. I can switch to manual mode so I can more easily control the team during like a monster house. Whenever I'm using a move, I can bring up this menu rather than using my one set move. I can choose which move I use a lot easier rather than having to go through the menu and sort that out. I can push my partner rather than swapping, but if I hold B, then I can swap. So you can have more control over the maneuverability of it. I mean, there's probably a few other things I'm forgetting, but those are probably the major ones that really add to the gameplay experience of it. You know, it gives you better control, and allows you to make more tactical decisions. Oh, it's another one Vulpix. Too bad I gotta destroy it. Sorry. We're not interested in Absol. Double Team. Oh, that's a good one. But I am saying, like, this is a goated move pool because we got Compound Eyes, right? So Thunder Wave basically always hits. Fury Cutter basically always hits, and it hits twice. Thundershock, sure, I'd like to get like a Thunderbolt or a Discharge or something, but an electric type move always useful in electric type Pokemon, you know? You don't want to be in a situation where you don't have stat. And then Giga Drain, good for just kind of resetting my health. But I'm debating if I should like switch it out for Energy Ball for some long range attacks, but either way, having grass coverage isn't the worst. I don't know what other kind of moves I could really learn that would help out. So unfortunately I can't really learn Double Team. Like, Fury Cutter is just so good. I get the feeling that Glumia has Scrappy because it was doing decent damage against my Ghost type partner. Oh, the hidden stairs. First time this happened during my playthrough. So we've got a shiny Kelly here. How's it going? Yeah, so you can get a few little goodies here. I forget what's the most important one. And nope, we don't want that. No, we're fine. I'm guessing you give like some praise or something. Oh, yeah, that's good. 100 for basically a full heal. So good. Excellent. And then you give like a random gift bag, right? Yeah, sure, I'll do one. Iron Berry, yeah, not the worst. I'll do one more. But what's good about this is that, you know, we can go to the next floor from this area, you know? Like, we don't need to do that floor again, we can just go straight there. And so, depending on, I guess, your mission, right? You might not want to go down to the next floor. Okay, slow trap, that's fine. But overall, it is pretty good. It's just a very rare chance to happen. And don't know, you made it. How's it going? Are you still like super busy for karaoke? We don't have like too many more days. We got like until about next Wednesday or Thursday or so. So if you were wanting to join, you'll need to get a partner soon. Been driving all day? Neat. Hopefully you're driving for fun, you know, like a vacation or something. If it's driving all day for something work related, that's gonna be annoying. Or if you're stuck in traffic all day, oh boy. But hopefully it's more of a road trip kind of thing. More for fun. I'll never say no to a warp orb. Monster houses are pretty extreme sometimes. And anything that makes it a bit easier is always appreciated. We must be near the end though, right? Oh, there we go. I took Miss Media to, I'm guessing, Lego store, but the closest one is 2 provinces away. What exactly is a province? It's like, how big is a province normally? Looking forward to the karaoke stream. Yeah, so I'll be making it into a kind of combined video. I'll sort out the visuals and stuff, but don't worry. Then it'll be streamed at a time that hopefully everyone can make. It may have to be after Valentine's Day, depending on people's schedule. Because I'd like to try and get everyone that's involved with it in there, you know? Part of the event is an icebreaker, you know, make a new friend with someone, and so it's good to kind of watch it all as a community, you know? And so I hope your partner, Erez, hope you're able to make a new friend with him. You know, watch his content a bit, he watches yours. You know? Because you can never have too many friends, I think. A 10-hour round trip. Oh yeah, that sounds rough. At least hopefully you were able to take some breaks in the along the journey, you know? You know, get some food, get some fuel, get some relaxation. But doing it 10 hours straight, that would be chaos. So hopefully you're able to pace yourself well. Alright, switching to manual mode. So, do something like that. Get a guaranteed thunder wave. Oh, I didn't mean that. It's fine. Echoed voice. Oh! Why did that deal, like, no damage? Even my Fury card doesn't do that much damage. I guess, increased defense is on this boss. Well, that's scary. Unless it's supposed to be more of a scripted loss kind of thing. In which case, let's try and win it. So if we're gonna deal 2 damage, we may as well do 2 damage twice. Come on, can we win this almost scripted loss? We're gonna have Zoe focus on healing myself, I think. No, I meant... That's not good. Alright, alright. We recover, and... Stun lock! Hehehe. Alright. Zoe, Oranberry. Zenzabine. Fury Cutter is doing work. Come on, can we win this almost scripted loss? It would be epic if we can. Okay. Big blade. Oh, that hurt. Alright, Zoe, take the lead. No, take the back seat. I'll handle the Leafeon. Cover it. Okay. Focus on healing myself up. Excellent. Don't know how many more iron berries we have, but we might have one more. We can still Shadow Sneak for a little bit of help and reducing attack. Great. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. Oh, that did a fair amount of damage. How many more iron berries do we have? Zenzabine! Exactly. We got 1, 2. Okay. Uh-oh. Not ideal, but if we can keep reducing the attack, it's gonna help out. Come on! We can do it. We're getting there. Okay, I'll take that. Go for Thunder Wave. Now this is fun. Like, it's hard, but it's fun. Like, we're probably expected to lose given the stats, but we have a chance. It really depends on how much health they have. If it's like set to like, you know, max health or something, then that's gonna be very annoying, but... Okay. Another Thunder Wave. Zoe. Zenzabine! Come on. Okay. Another Thunder Wave. Stunlock. Come on. Please die soon. We did it! Let's go! We're still losing the cutscene, but I think we were expected to lose based on the stats on that Leafeon, but we managed to win. Let's go! We had to use Iron Berries and Stunlock and Fury Card and all that, but we managed to win. That was epic. That was epic though. I hope everyone enjoyed watching that battle. I know we had like Thunder Wave to kind of help cheese it, but it was still kind of close, all things considered. Alright, that is a good spot to end the stream, but maybe we'll just continue on a bit. Like, that was a climactic battle for sure. But all this would have happened even if we lost, by the way. I think. I hope. Actually, having to win that battle would have been really rough if we weren't us. You know? Like, if we weren't using gummies to boost ourselves and we weren't having compound eyes in Thunder Wave, actually having to beat that battle would have been really tough. You would need... Because, like, assuming you're not using gummies, right, you're doing about 1 or 2 damage per attack, like our partner. So, you would need to use, like, moves like counter, maybe? Or... perhaps Perish Song and a bunch of Reviver Seeds. Like, even something like Curse or Toxic could help. But that's a lot to ask for. By the way, we have like 16 concurrent viewers at the moment, which is crazy. I don't think... Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've had a number this high up. So I really appreciate everyone for taking a moment to, out of their day, to check in on little old me, you know? Hopefully you're here for Mystery Dungeon, or you like my conversation. I don't know. I guess you can let me know in the chat or as a comment of how you managed to find me or what you're liking about it, because I am open to feedback and improving, you know? You know, like, am I having, like, enough entertainment on the screen, like, with the visuals? Is the sound okay? You liking the gameplay? Like, I'm kind of curious. Well, hey, maybe you just love Mystery Dungeon. In which case, welcome, because I definitely love it as well. Imagine if we got an alternate cutscene of us actually winning that battle though, you know? Or like some kind of little bonus item, you know? Would have been great. But winning in a battle but losing in a cutscene always hurts, you know? It does suck. So... You know, if Gala ends up watching these streams, right, this series, I would like to suggest some kind of like little bonus reward or a little cutscene, maybe some even dialogue changes a little bit, if we manage to win that battle. Just as a fun little Easter egg, you know? Because based on what you've done, right, it's very hard to beat that battle, normally. And so, I feel like if people are able to beat it, they should get some little treat. Just a little acknowledgement. I don't know if that's not... I hope that's not too hard to really do. But I'm sure you'll figure something out. If you're still working this. But yeah, this time gear motif, right? This music, that beat, so good. And it's like really throughout the entire game, so it's really noticeable. This is actually really cool, because normally, you know, it's just the crowd kind of talking, and you don't really know who's saying what. But now we got Pidgey saying this line, so that's cool. And Vigoroth was saying a line before, but normally they don't have like an image for that line, and so it could be like said by literally anyone, you know. It doesn't have like a name for it either, so the fact that they're able to communicate like this helps direct you to, like, you know, the townsfolk. You know, it's not like the guild members saying it. And interesting little detail is that Officer Magnezone didn't get shocked by that. Now, whether he's being very stoic and just kind of ignoring the conversation, focusing on any active threats or anything, or maybe he's an illegal dust miller in some way. There's not much grounds to that kind of fury. I personally believe that Magnezone is just more ready for action. In case there's anyone that wants to, you know, rough and tumble, you know? Turn off the fan. Why has it got the desert music? That's strange, right? It's not like that in the normal game, is it? Because I feel like it's more like the regular townsfolk Treasure Town music, isn't it? But this the like the Northern Desert music, or rather the Quicksand Pit. Very strange that that music of all things would be here. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but it's very strange. I mean, if it is a deliberate choice, you know, it's an interesting one. Okay, so we can probably do like one more actual day of rescue missions, and then we can probably end the stream there. So, we're going to do another day, hopefully get as many gummies as possible, and then end stream. So let's try and find a good location with many jobs as possible. Many high paying jobs as possible. You know, we want the money. Or at least the value of it. We're not here for purchase value, we're here for gummies, TMs, and money. And maybe a few other little goodies. So... oh. Neat. I don't know if we'll do a special episode. We could give it a try at some point. Maybe once we complete the main series. So... silver gummy, clear gummy, energy ball. We don't need an energy ball. We're not really interested in that. Yeah, I think we have an egg, so it might be hatched. Let's see, so silver gummy and 200 plus whatever, that's okay. Clear gummy, okay. What about the outlaw side? Just money. Nothing too valuable. But we do have this and one from the other side of Mount Horn. So that could be something. But a gummy is worth like 800. Like to buy. So... clear gummy? Or I could go Mount Horn. You know what? We'll go to Mount Horn. Because I want to show you guys, well, I want you guys to hear for yourself how good the music is. So just double checking, search for Wormdam, find, retrieve, radar orb. Alright, we can do that. You're going to listen to Mount Horn and you're going to love it, alright? But first, a drink to celebrate our victory. Very nice. I don't think we have any other gummies. Maybe... oh yeah, we got a grass gummy, and I think we might have a pink gummy. Oh, got a purple gummy as well. Excellent. Okay, we'll just do some little maintenance in Treasure Town, you know, like sorting out items and money, and then we're good to go to Mount Horn. I mean, I don't think Magnazone has any... he might have a job, so... Foggy Forest, we're not interested in that. Alright, we'll sort out items and we're good to go. And then listen to one of the best musics in the game. So, do we have an egg? Oh, a valet. Fine, I'll accept a newborn into the team. Only because I feel bad if I had to get rid of him. Yeah, I think the quality of life is that Pokemon will gain experience on the bench as well, which is very useful. Oh yeah, we're also able to get all the boxes revealed at the same time, rather than doing it one at a time. Alright, so we don't need all of this. Let's just see if you got any good TMs. No. And any gummies? One grass gummy. I'll take that. Alright, we're gonna take a drink and then get to go. Alright, we're ready to go. So, ready to experience one of the best musics in the game? Probably like within top 10. Well, there's one item. It's got a cool rhythm to it. Oh, Skullbone's got Protean. That's cool. That's very cool. Here we go. I love this part. Just the build up, you know? Here we go. Bam, 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 so good. So good. And then this, even this moment is pretty inspirational. Like, it's very uplifting. Like, I would get motivated for a march if I was listening to this, you know? So good. Ability spread out the attacks. Has it got a speed boost? And now repeats, but I do like that whole sequence, you know, the build up and then the motivational march kind of thing. So good. Because like this part is like, you know, a better threat, like a mountain to climb, like a task that needs to be done. And then this part is about building up the courage. You know, increasing your heart rate, ready to go, building up the energy, ready to explode, kind of thing. And then this part is, alright, we're going now, we're making the most of it, we're just gonna do our best and go for it. And then this part is like your body explaining that yeah, this is a good idea. We have motivation in you, you know? We're going to, you know, help you get the energy to maintain this and to keep motivating you. You know? Okay, we still have a few flaws. Like, am I the only one that hearing that, or, like, does it make sense? Come on, good teams. Protect. One slash. One slash is okay. One slash is a move exclusive to this game. I think there's another one, but I forget what it is. But it's not in the mainline games, it's only in this game. Like, am I crazy with the music, like, and the kind of idea of it? Okay, so this must be search for worm dam. Tell you what though, getting discharge wouldn't be that bad. Or Silverwind. But yeah, I think this is like one of the better musics in the game. Like, it's all good, right? It's all good. But this is personal, like, top 5 or top 10 for me. Alright, there's one over there. Which means on this floor, we're gonna find the radar orb. Right, there's a radar orb. So that's it. Really hope that you guys enjoyed the music though. Alright, after this night we'll probably end stream there. But we did some good progress, we had some good conversations. It was all good, you know? So if you wanted to say hi or bye, now would be the chance. Alright, we're going to save it here. Okay, so I would like to thank everyone for watching, either now or in the future. We've gotten like up to I think 20 concurrent viewers at one point, which is very crazy. I did not expect that. I usually get about one, maybe two. So I would like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you like the idea of these streams, you know, the ROM hack, the gameplay, the commentary, whatever really. You can let me know I guess in the comment section or whatever way you want. You can just kind of let me know what you kind of thought about it, and yeah, I hope you guys will be joining us next week. Same time next week we'll be continuing this, so we'll be doing stuff with the future, which will be very interesting. I wonder what kind of changes they've made to that segment, you know? But once again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.